So, I've got an idea that there are the 7 deadly sins in negotiation. So, we all know what the 7 deadly sins are. They're pride, covetousness, lust, anger, gluttony, envy and sloth. So, let's take them one at a time. Pride. The sin of pride in negotiation is when you are so proud of your product or your services, or maybe even of your skills, that you stick to your ideal. And you don't have any room for manoeuvre or any room for negotiation for the other party. I'll give you an example where you say, our product is worth £10, £10,000, 10 million, it doesn't matter. Our product is worth 10. Now, what I'm prepared to do in my head is I'll negotiate down to £9.99. Now, to me, that's the sin of pride. You know it's worth it and you think the other party should as well. That's not pragmatic for your negotiation. So, pride. Number 2, covetousness. This is where you want something so much that you can't have a restriction on your options. You want it so much. I want that car so much. I want that deal so much. For example, you know, you've got a supplier who says you can't have credit on the first deal. But you think, I really think we deserve credit. I want credit. It's something that all my competition are getting. It's something that everyone else gets. Why can't I get it? I covet this credit. So what you do is you don't think about the alternatives as to how you should engage with it. The third one is lust. This is where you see something that you really, really, really want. It's something that you want so much. And what you do in effect is you include it in every proposal. And you include it in every proposal at the ideal level. For example, if you want only the larger size, what you will do in every one of your proposals is you will include that particular size. You'll give yourself no room for manoeuvre. You'll give yourself and the other party no opportunity to negotiate because you'll be just lusting at this one element, this one feature. And it shows. And the minute it shows, it weakens your case. It gives the other guy an opportunity to get in between the gaps. Anger. When conflict occurs, quite often we do get angry. Well, we certainly get emotional and we get engaged. Why? Because, well, the other guy maybe doesn't have the right to ask us to discount or to give a better deal. The other guy really doesn't realise how important we are, how good our product is. So we do get angry at times. But what we have to do is we have to stop this emotional reaction to conflict. You can't avoid conflict. You can't even control it. All you can do is respond to it. Now, if you respond angrily, you exacerbate it. You make it worse. So what I'm going to ask you to do here is just to be aware that one of our key mantras is cooperation, not competition in negotiation. So keep anger to a minimum. Feel it inside if you must, but don't display it because it shows a weakness to you and it gives the other guy an opportunity. Gluttony. Greed. Opportunistic greed. It can break a deal. Particularly if you look at this and say, I want too much. So what you do is you start out thinking, the price should be 10, but other people are selling it for 12. My list price is 10, it's published everywhere, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the price just for this deal because I think we deserve more. I want more. The other guy should pay more. And you become a glutton on this. And what that happens then is that you start making mistakes with it because it weakens your case. Because if the other guy looks and says, your price is normally 10, why are you charging me 12? Is it because I'm weak or is it because you're taking advantage of me? The minute you express this gluttony style here, you're disrespecting the other party, and what you'll find is that they will then use the same behaviour against you. Envy. Quite often when you go into a deal, you wish you were the other party. You wish the boot was on the other foot. You wish you had the features of your competition. I envy the buyer in some cases. You know, they do seem to have such an easier life than me. You know, they just have to sit there and say no. And in a negotiation, that's not cooperative. So you can envy the position. You can envy your competition because maybe they're the incumbent supplier or maybe they've got better products. Envy, what it tends to do, it tends to limit your planning process because what you will then do is you will emotionally engage with it, and because you are envying everyone else, you minimise the way you plan, and that then minimises your engagement and your negotiation potential with the other party. And then finally, sloth. Sloth is when you don't plan at all. You can't be bothered. You haven't got the technique. You can't be bothered looking at why you should do it. Hundreds of reasons why. We always do it with this customer. They're a good customer of ours. Of course they're going to buy from us. Sloth says, I'm not going to plan, and what it usually says is, you will lose.